So if you're walking through the woods on a moderate hike and you start getting a little tired, but you don't want to lay down in all this mess. It could be wet or just messy. One good option, I think hikers have probably been doing, just we don't hear about it because people don't use walking sticks so much, or people buy these flimsy walking sticks that you can't put a lot of pressure on sideways. People buy these collapsible walking sticks that are short and weak. I've played with them and I don't like them. I like a nice hard thick walking stick so I could use it for more than just walking. All right, and one of the options besides just walking is to use it as a little chair. If I get tired, the muscles that get tired are pretty specific to walking. They're not muscles in my hands so much, or my back. So I have an opportunity to both rest and also change the blood flow, change the energy flow to loosen up tight, trapped energy. That's why I like taking rests in different ways. It's kind of like a yoga. I would call it a stick yoga, okay, where you're changing up your body position to affect the muscles in ways that you don't normally on a daily routine. And what this does is it takes the pressure off my knees and feet a little bit more, puts a pressure on my back and my hands. And if my back is hurting, then I'll just lift myself up, put the pressure on my hips and my hands like this, just in a different way. I put more pressure on my hips when I lift up, and also my lower back is now tightening up. If my lower back is hurting, this will help that. But my lower back is not hurting, so I can rest like this, where I'm putting pressure on my elbows, on my knees, and then on my hands. And then this is kind of like a sitting posture that you can do with just your sticks. It's very crude, it's very rudimentary, but it changes up the energy pathway. If you got energy but your legs are tired, because you can have that. A lot of times walking, you don't always have a complete fatigue. It's very specific fatigue. That's where I find I can lay down and do exercises with a lot more energy than I can standing up. It's just because of how the energy pathways are moving. And on long walks, it's very specific energy that gets burnt out, but there's still energy in other parts of my body that can pick up the pace. You just got to release that trapped energy, and sitting in this posture can help that without touching the ground. If you didn't want to touch the ground, get in the low squat position. Just make adjustments as needed. My hands are getting a little tired, but that's good, because I don't normally work my hands while walking anyway. Not in this fashion, at least. The walking stick hand exercise is a lot more like one-sided on the forearm because you're pushing down this on the stick. So it's more, this is affecting more the middle part of the forearm. But this is a unique rest position that you can take if you have two walking sticks. One walking stick, it's not so comfortable. Two, it's a lot more comfortable. And they're strong enough to handle my weight. I can bounce. It's kind of like when you're a kid and if your parents got you that little horsey on a stick, the horse head on a stick. But it can be energizing. If you already got the energy, it can be reinvigorating because you're releasing that trapped energy by doing this. And continue on to where you need to go.